Step out of the car. Step out of the car. Now you're being detained.
Police sometimes make serious mistakes, such as making an arrest without stating the legal grounds.
They can have stuff on their property. If you start taking their stuff, you can start getting into legal trouble.
I have it all the whole thing on video. Step back.
Dive into a chain of events where seemingly simple encounters spiral into legal disasters. A routine traffic stop suddenly turned tense when a gun was drawn without clear justification.
Step out of the car. Step out of the car. Now you're being detained. Spread your feet for me.
I have it all the whole thing on video.
Step back.
On August 1st, 2024, Officer J. Kasser conducted a traffic stop on a civilian vehicle without providing a clear initial reason and failed to immediately inform the driver why they were being pulled over, which quickly escalated the situation.
Return on that and expiration. Stay in your car. Stay in your car.
What do you want?
Stay in your car. Stay in your car.
What do you want?
Stay in your car. Get in your car. Do it now. Copy. 41 to 43, come up here. It's 204 Street, 21st Place West. Get in your car.
Upon seeing the driver exit the vehicle, Officer Fusco drew his firearm and ordered the driver to return to the car. However, the situation continued to escalate as Kuska issued unreasonable demands and adopted an unnecessarily threatening demeanor.
Turn the vehicle off. So this is being audio and video recorded, okay?
Why do you have your gun out?
This is being audio and video recorded. You do not get out on traffic stops.
So why do you have your gun out?
Because you get out on traffic stops,
Because
I don't know what to do.
Hey, put your gun back before I fucking Put your fucking gun back.
I'm here. Put your hands on the steering wheel.
No, you're not telling me what to do.
Put your hands on the steering wheel.
Put your fucking gun back.
Put your hands on the steering wheel.
You're not telling me nothing. You're not telling me. Call your sergeant.
Okay.
Call your sergeant.
We're going to do this first. Put your hands on the steering wheel.
Okay, I'm calling 911.
Put your hands on the steering wheel.
You're not telling me nothing.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up and put your fucking gun away. You're record this guy.
So he's being uncooperative.
Yeah, there's an officer that pulled his gun out on me.
With the dog as well.
He's got, hey, officer.
Put your hands on the steering wheel.
Shut the fuck up. Don't talk to me. Put your gun away. No, he has a gun out.
Just keep the air clear. We're 204 Street. Put your hands on the steering wheel.
It's on the steering wheel.
Okay. Both of them.
I'm on the phone with the police.
Okay, you put it on speakerphone. They know I'm here. Put your hands on both hands on the steering wheel.
I don't listen, bro. What is wrong with you?
Both hands on the steering wheel.
Can you explain to me what's going on?
Both hands on the steering wheel, sir.
Why he had to...
Kuska gave rapid, unclear commands, causing confusion for the driver. When the driver failed to comply with Kuska's vague instructions, the officer began to assert his authority in an aggressive manner.
Because you stepped out of the car. We're dealing with you first.
Because I have
your
a
hands.
dog.
Okay.
Hey, man, you need to calm the fuck down. You need to calm down.
Put your hands
Put your
on the
gun
steering
away.
wheel.
Put your gun away.
Put your hands on the steering wheel. Step out of the car. Step out of the car. Step out of the car. Now you're getting out. Now you're being detained. Spread your feet for me. Now you're being detained. Spread your feet for me.
I have it all the whole thing on video.
Step back. We have it on camera, so don't worry.
I have it all the whole thing on video.
Step back. So do we. Are you related?
Doesn't matter, bro.
What? Pardon me?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Have a seat for me. Yeah, we'll take just one more unit. Have a seat for me. Okay, so a couple things here. I was on my last traffic stop. We left this intersection there and got on it, okay? Then I, done with my last traffic stop, I go sit up at the stop sign, which I've been at all morning. You past the stop line, and then you decide to stop. Okay, so you got to stop at it before the stop line. So you made your left-hand turn. I started my bike, hit my lights, turned around. We traveled the full distance. I was behind you. I hit my air horn multiple times.
I don't know if you're trying to pull me over or what you're doing, man.
Okay, listen to me. I'm explaining it to you. So just
why are you
listen for a
pulling your
minute.
gun out?
Listen to me. Okay? So we traveled full distance. I hit my air horn different times and you don't pull over.
I didn't know you were pulling me over.
Okay, so if you don't know that, you're still required by law to pull the right-hand side of the roadway. If I'm not stopping, do you want to listen or do you want to just keep
I don't need
interrupting?
you to explain.
Okay, where's your driver's license at? Registration, proof of insurance?
In my car.
Well, like I said, you don't get out of a car.
Listen, you don't tell me what to do, dude.
I do
I'm
tell
not
you what to
scared
do.
of you. I'm not scared of you guys.
The driver repeatedly requested to speak with the sergeant. A legitimate right, but was denied even after the driver was handcuffed. The officer continued to make misleading statements in an apparent attempt to cover up his misconduct.
Just so you're aware.
I understand. You already pulled a pistol out. I don't care what you have to
Everything
say.
started being audio and video recorded. So
I have the whole thing audio and video
that's
recorded.
great. So do I,
Perfect.
sir. You're
Okay.
perfect. You
You can't pull your pistol out on me. No, you
That's
can't.
exactly what I did. I don't know what you're doing. You're not stopping and then you jump out of the vehicle.
What do you mean I'm not stopping?
I already explained to you, so we're done with that conversation.
My car's stopped on the side of the
Is your
road.
vehicle currently registered? You're just making this more difficult. So we'll impound
I'm
the
not
car.
making this difficult.
We're going to
man. I
impound
know
your
the
car,
law.
and
I
we're
know
going to
the
write
law.
a search warrant. No, you don't. If you did, you wouldn't
You
run
said
your
a
mouth like
search
you're an
warrant.
idiot.
A search warrant. What am I going to go to jail for?
For failing to cooperate for one.
That's not a crime.
Oh. Okay. Yes, Mister, I know the
That's
law.
not a crime, bro. You're not my bro, so you're my bitch. Yeah,
This could have been so simple.
I know. If you guys would have just been stupid.
You're retarded.
You're retarded, bro. I didn't do anything wrong.
He already explained it.
He didn't explain nothing.
The officer only explained the reason for the stop after the driver was already in handcuffs, and the justification given was unconvincing in light of the decision to draw a firearm. The situation shifted dramatically once Costco's superior arrived on the scene.
This guy pulled his gun out on me.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, why?
You cooperating?
I've been cooperating the whole time. I just got out the car because I have a dog, a German Shepherd, and I sleep in my car, so I was just getting out of the car.
Understand. Okay.
He's pulling his gun out and doing all these things. I said, I don't feel safe with you doing that.
Okay.
I'm not going to be listening to you while you have a gun aimed
You
at me.
realize all of this is on camera, correct?
No, I took my whole car's on camera.
We can review all of this, and it'll show exactly what you were talking about.
Right.
What
No,
he's
that's
gonna
totally
testify
fine.
to.
That's totally fine. I'm just saying, when an officer's telling me to put my hands on the steering wheel, and I told him I don't feel comfortable, and I'm calling 911,
Understand?
and I told him the only reason I stepped out my car is because I have a German Shepherd in my car,
Totally understand.
and he's not.
All right.
But the way that the officer's acting, he's screaming, yelling, he's being really aggressive. That's not fair.
We have to take control of the
I
situation.
know, but you could just tell me that from the beginning. That's not fair.
Understand?
And then being
Okay.
detained
Yep.
just because for what? Because he's arguing with me the entire time, telling me to put my hands
I'm
on
not
it.
sure why you
He
did.
told me to put my hands on the steering wheel when I was on the phone with 911.
Okay.
I said I don't feel comfortable. I need a supervisor here. And
you're right,
they kept telling me we're not doing nothing. We're not doing nothing. We're not calling a supervisor. We're not calling a supervisor.
Well, a supervisor was called.
It is, and I already called the supervisor. So just let's be very clear about that, okay? Thank you.
Let's be really clear.
In the state of Washington, the crime of unlawful imprisonment is defined under Berkeley 9.40.040. It is classified as a Class C felony, punishable by up to 5 years in prison and or a fine of up to $10,000.
Jalen, you're being cited for failure to stop. You're also being cited for failure to show me proof of insurance. Okay, I'm not citing you for not having the proper display of the tax.
I didn't failure to
Okay,
you.
we went a long distance. So here's the deal. It's out of South District Court, Linwood. 4 options. You have 30 days to let me know. You can do it in right
Okay,
now.
bro, I don't care.
You
I
are?
don't want to listen to you anymore,
Well, I'm
please.
going to explain to you, okay?
I don't want to listen to you.
You're allowed a deferral, which means if you haven't used one in the last 7 years, the court might grant it to you. And what that means is you pay a fee, but then the ticket, you're not in trouble.
You're going to.
Well,
Yes, you are. I'm going to file a report against
you
you.
can do anything you want to do, sir.
Yeah, take
You've got
these
it. I
handcuffs
already
off.
explained to you. It's all video recorded. all
My
that.
whole truck is video and audio recorded, you dumbass.
So that's fine. It's great.
The whole truck is video and audio
That's
recorded.
perfect. That's not a
Yeah,
problem.
I'm gonna pull the video right now
Yeah,
and I'm gonna go straight to your.
That's
Because
fine.
obviously, take these cuffs off.
Okay.
Don't tell me hurry up. I'm on the ground. I have shit to do. listen to the deputy.
I don't need to listen. That's not against the law or not.
You get out of cuffs?
Hey, bro. I'm gonna just walk to my car with the handcuffs on. Which one do you want? Take them off.
We're going to stand you up. We'll take the cuffs off.
Whatever, man. Hurry the fuck up. Hurry up.
You understand?
Hurry up.
Where do you want this stuff to go?
Don't worry about it. Just drop it on the fucking ground.
Oh, I don't want to go there.
Put it on the ground. Listen.
Stand up. Ready? You don't want to book him?
You guys are good.
Well, we're going to face your car.
Stop grabbing me aggressively, bro. What the fuck are you doing? Are you okay?
Thanks for coming down.
You're a fucking crazy bitch. How many times do I need to spread my fucking feet, bro?
3 times. That's what I asked.
The fuck is wrong with you, dude?
I'm putting this in your pocket so you
Shut
have
up,
it.
bitch. Jalen. Listen, bro, you're gonna get in trouble too. Okay. Yeah, you think it's a fucking game? This whole thing is on video and audio recorded.
Place that on your forehead.
You're going to jail.
Relax here. Go ahead and do that. All right, you're free to go, sir.
The driver was released shortly afterward. However, Officer Kuska could potentially face allegations of abuse of power, unlawful threat with a weapon, and illegal detention. Drawing a firearm without clear justification and refusing to call a superior may constitute violations of protocol and the driver's civil rights. Let's move on to another case where a man was prevented by the police from using his own privately owned land.
Lawful access and use of this property. Right. They can have stuff on their property. If you start taking their stuff, you can start getting into legal trouble. We're trying to do is go to court over it.
But any construction, a construction worker can move it. And that's in any ordinance. A construction worker can move it to repair.
A tense incident occurred when a man attempted to improve a residential road by clearing rocks and leveling the surface to create a more accessible pathway for everyone. However, his actions were met with opposition from a neighbor who called the police, escalating the situation.
The whole idea was to prevent them from trespassing the neighbors over here.
That ain't got nothing to do with us. I'm assuming they're right there.
Yeah, they moved the rock cubes on my
Dressing the road.
We're dressing the road up. We're going to bring in millings. We're going to bring it up, make it nice driveway all the way. It's going to be really nice. It's going to be so everybody can drive over.
It can.
Okay.
Even if you're claiming this is yours and that's under dispute, as y'all are disputing it right now.
All we're trying to do is improve the property. We're not trying to. We're not taking anything.
But if they have something out and they have the lawful access and use of this property,
right,
they can have stuff on their property.
But any construction, a construction worker can move it. And that's in any ordinance. A construction worker can move it to repair.
When officers arrived at the scene, they did not ask the man to provide documentation proving his right to use the land. Instead, they adopted a threatening attitude when he did not comply with their demands.
That's where we're
Here's
at.
the thing.
Y'all gotta go to court over.
Here's the thing also, which they're not supposed to block the easement at all. Well, those rocks are blocking my easement, and I can go to court on that too, which I've already started the process. All I'm doing, improving the road. I'm not destroying property.
Take them to court over it and get everything figured out for who's in charge of it.
No, he's fine.
If they got a problem when we're done,
He's giving you
yes.
Calm down.
He should continue to do his work.
Take it to court.
Take it to court. Let the Kramers take it to court.
But if you can't settle it and you disagree over who has the authority to control this access way, you have to go to court over it.
Yes, I know that. I'm just trying to, just like...
It's all right. We'll let them take it to court, Mr. Hooper. Let them take it to court. If they have a problem, let them take it to court.
That's good. I'm with you.
They can go and pay everything. You don't have to do anything. You continue to do whatever you want to do.
The man confidently asserted his legal right to repair the road under easement law, thanks to his clear understanding of his rights and firm communication. He compelled the officer to listen and adjust their initial approach.
Yeah.
Y'all are frustrated.
I've never pulled a permit or anything for putting millings on a driveway. It's making a driveway better, so I don't know.
Y'all just because the property is under contention. Right now it's under contention.
All right.
So y'all got to get that sorted out.
Okay. You got it, sir. You got
I
it.
would like your case number. I can stand for call.
No problem, sir. I appreciate your time, man. I really do.
Case number. Is he allowed to continue this work?
I would say until y'all get it sorted out, because y'all are both claiming it's your property and you have control of it. Get the barrier back out. Get it settled. Because you don't have to go to court over it if you don't want to. You can talk to each other here, take care.
I'm just trying to improve the driveway.
And I get it. You're trying to make it nicer.
That's all I'm trying to do.
but still got to talk to everybody else.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that for years now. I've been
Okay. There's a bunch of ways to go about it, okay? How do you each other does
No, you're right, sir.
Very back in place until we resolve it, right?
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Well, he doesn't, like, you guys are telling him to do something, but he doesn't have to do anything. They can take it to court and do whatever they need to do.
Yeah, they can settle it between you.
Yeah, that has no relevance. Yeah, you're good. It's civil. They can't stop you to do anything.
Beyond the dispute over the pathway, the neighbor had also repeatedly called the police over a music volume, even though it had been confirmed as within legal limits. During questioning, they appeared to clarify everything about the man.
No, only person can make a decision on all that y'all talking about is a judge.
Yeah.
He ain't got nothing to do with that. When things get to the point to where one of y'all threatening each other, now you got a whole nother story. But other than that, he's not here to litigate.
But I think the issue that he has is that a deputy actually instructed him to place them back. Yeah, that's not a deputy's position. Right.
And, so he's just trying to say if they're put back or whatever, y'all can take it to court or whatever. He trying to. They got a hard job, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They got a hard job.
We're saying
He did it for 30 some odd years.
He's honestly just trying to put out.
And that young deputy, I don't know his name, but he was squared away. I just want him to know that I'm just trying to do good. I'm trying to improve. I'm not trying to hurt nobody or take nothing away. I didn't want to put them rocks where they couldn't see them or nothing.
The police did not make an arrest, but requested that the man temporarily stop the work until the court resolves the dispute. The man expressed frustration that his efforts to improve the shared living environment were being blocked without clear legal grounds. When power is abused and rights are ignored, even peaceful situations can spiral into danger. A just society depends on mutual respect. Legal awareness and accountability from both citizens and authorities. Police in Gaston County blatantly violated the rights of 2 Christian missionaries, detaining and frisking them without cause and outrageous abuse of power. This disturbing act of intimidation shows the alarming rise of unchecked police overreach. How can such a clear violation of civil liberties be justified?
Officer, do you have reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime here?
I don't.
Okay. Are we being detained? This is my vehicle, so.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Well, we're walking across America. I've already walked across the United States. I live in Vail. I like to go out with short walks across and pray for the country. They're running the SAG vehicle. Nothing to it.
That's great.
So if you don't have a reasonable, articulable suspicion for crime, then we're just going to keep go about our way.
No, they're not.
Are we being detained? Are they being detained?
You can go about your way, and I can detain them. So
are you detaining them?
Step over there. I'm talking to them. Somebody called in about them. I'm trying to keep somebody from going in handcuffs and going to jail.
Well, sir, you don't have any reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime.
Stand over there.
And you're being filmed. You're on tape.
That's fine.
But this is my vehicle, so
that's fine.
I'm just letting you know what's going on.
That's fine.
All right, continue your business then.
What I'm trying to explain is, somebody's called in about this vehicle, okay? About it sitting here.
Is it parked illegally?
Can you let me know?
No, sir, because I don't want to see our time wasted because somebody made a phone call. People, you can see that we're not breaking the law, sir. We live in a free country.
I'm trying to keep everything documented in case people call in again. That's what I'm saying. So if somebody does call in again, says, hey,
you've got a description of the vehicle. We're walking with the cross. We'll get to your point. So with all due respect, we shouldn't be detained for something like this.
All due respect, I'm talking to them. I'm talking to them. You have nothing to do with this, right?
I have absolutely everything to do with it because we're a team and I'm responsible for them.
I had it 60 County. You started terrible cars for them. You can go ahead and start a super. Stand over there. I'll talk.
The police's actions were nothing short of harassment, approaching legally parked missionaries without any justifiable reason, ignoring their clear explanation and escalating the situation with baseless threats. How can officers sworn to uphold the law so blatantly disregard constitutional rights?
Talking to them, okay? Yes, I do have a right. I'm trying to keep somebody from going into handcuffs.
Unless you have a reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime, you have no right to detain us, sir. This is not a stop and frisk state.
Yes, I do. Stop.
No, you don't.
Stop.
I'm going to stand right here.
Sir, you need the opportunity to give me your life. Okay? If not, I'm going to have you step out of the vehicle, and I'm going to detain you. Stop.
I'm just making sure I got you on film.
Stop. Because I'm trying to figure out your identity. Somebody called in. I'm trying to keep everything documented and figure out what's going on. Can you keep... Okay.
Alright.
Stop. Y'all stand over there.
I'm not moving, man.
Y'all stay right.
I've not moved since you told me to stay. You guys are going to look real foolish here. Here we are walking with the cross across America. These Gaston County officers came up here. We're completely legally parked here off the highway, and they've pulled them out of the car without any reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. Look at them being frisked there. Josiah, step back. We just walked up with our cross. The officer told us we were legally parked. He got a phone call, and this is the basis whereby they are searching and frisking both Bethany and Carter without any reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. So if you guys are seeing...
The officer's aggressive demand for identification was not only unnecessary, but a blatant disregard for individual rights. Why intimidate innocent people? Their unjustified vehicle search, done without consent or probable cause, was a troubling abuse of power. How can citizens trust law enforcement when officers so easily trample on the very laws they swore to uphold?
Seven officers here. 5 vehicles. This isn't even 20 miles from my home, folks. I walked up with the cross while they were being questioned, and I explained what we were here for. It wasn't good enough. Now they got to sit around and figure out how they can cover up for their mistakes here. No, I wasn't open there preaching. We were just walking with the cross, and these guys were parked waiting for us. If any of you are watching, I suggest you call the Gaston County Sheriff right now and complain about this tyranny. They were just sitting in the vehicle. That's all they were doing. I walked up as they were being questioned. This young officer over here's got a little touch of short man syndrome. He was mouthing and very, very aggressive for no reason whatsoever. Someone call the Gaston County Sheriff's Department and complain. Say that there are civil rights being violated out here.
Citizens have the right to seek redress for rights violations by filing complaints with law enforcement or pursuing legal action. The missionaries could sue for unlawful detainment and an illegal vehicle search. This case highlights the need for police to have a valid legal basis for detentions and searches. On August 14, 2022, a man named Jesus was arrested by Aurora police and taken to the hospital for treatment of his injuries after a doctor confirmed that he was healthy enough to be discharged. A serious incident occurred while police were escorting him out of the hospital.
Out of the hand. Alright, they're double locked, so they will not get any tighter. Go ahead and sit up for me. I'll walk out to my police vehicle now.
Please. Can't believe you guys are real on this.
It's very for real. You continued to believe it wasn't, so.
What?
When you ran away from us. Go ahead and stand up.
Yeah, that's not, you guys, you hurting my arm, man. There's no need for that. Like, seriously, why?
We're walking to my car. Stop.
Okay, well, you're hurting my arm.
Okay, and we're going to walk to my car.
I'm not doing anything any force like that.
Okay.
Dude. Why are you doing that?
Because this is how we escort people. This is literally called the escort position for police officers.
As Jesus was being escorted out, an officer used an escort hold to grip his arm, pressing their thumb into his bandaged left arm. Despite Jesus expressing pain and requesting the hold to be loosened, the officer dismissed his plea, claiming it was standard procedure in law enforcement.
And you're going to keep doing nothing wrong.
Are you threatening me or what?
No, you're gonna
Threatening.
stop resisting. Stop resisting.
Do anything.
You did. You just tried to pull my arm. Why did you?
Look at that.
Away
No,
from
I
me,
didn't.
Jesus.
See how you trip people, mom?
Hey, can we get?
See how you do it when I didn't even do anything.
You pulled away from me and you tensed up exactly like you're doing right now. 211, we're gonna need a supervisor over here. Sir, can I check out your head?
I'll put some gauze on your head.
Let me look at it, okay? I had no desire to do that, but you tensed up and started to pull away.
Everybody's seen you right here. I didn't
Correct.
do anything.
It's on camera.
That's how they treat people all the time.
Yep,
They
it's
see-
on-
I'm just trying to look at your forehead real quick.
You hear me? You knocked me out on for nothing. Like all the charges you
No,
trying to
because
say.
you started pulling
Everybody's
away.
seen you.
Even though Jesus attempted to cooperate, he was accused of resisting while being restrained. Body camera footage showed him suddenly tripped by the escorting officer, causing him to fall, face first onto the hospital floor. The fall resulted in severe head injuries, leaving a pool of blood on the ground.
Weird.
Okay. Pulling away. When you ran away from us, go ahead and stand up.
Yeah, that's how you guys you're hitting my arm, man. There's no need.
We're walking in my car. Okay. And we're gonna walk to my car.
Why are you doing that?
Because this is how we escort people.
Thank you.
And you're gonna keep doing nothing wrong. Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
I didn't do anything.
You did. You just tried to pull my arm.
You hey, stupid.
Why did you?
That's quite enough. Look at that. You
Away from me, Jesus.
See how you trip people, mom? See how you do when I didn't even do anything.
You pulled away from me and you tensed up exactly like you're doing right now.
Despite his cries of pain after the fall, Jesus was further accused of tensing up and pulling away, which the officers cited as justification for using force. One officer was even heard laughing and saying, "That's enough," as Jesus displayed signs of distress. Footage from another angle revealed that Jesus did not resist, contradicting the escorting officer's claims.
211, we're gonna need a supervisor over here. Sir, can I check out your head?
I'll put some gauze on your head.
Let me look at it, okay? I had no desire to do that, but you tensed up and started to pull away.
Everybody's seen you right here. I didn't
Correct.
do anything.
It's on camera.
That's how they treat people. All the time.
Yep, it's on.
I'm just trying to look at your forehead real quick.
You hear me? For nothing. You
No, because you started pulling away.
Everybody's seen you here.
Okay. You're pulling away.
So you need to
I had no desire for your head to hit the ground. I tried to
Oh,
stop
you
you.
had no desire?
I did not.
Oh, no.
Lacey
Scumbag
needs this,
motherfucker.
so we'll have to-
Everybody's seeing you. What you? I didn't even do shit to you.
It's okay. Hey, Jesus, we're gonna take you back to a room so we can assess your head, okay?
That's cool, mother.
Are you willing to stand up with me?
Yeah.
All right. Can you guys?
After the fall, officers assessed Jesus' head injury but continued to blame him for the incident. Jesus maintained that he did nothing wrong and asserted that the body camera footage would prove his innocence.
Why are you doing that?
Because this is how we escort people. This is literally called the escort position for police officers. And you're gonna keep doing nothing wrong.
Threatening or what?
No, you're gonna stop resisting. Stop resisting.
I didn't do anything.
You did. You just tried to pull my arm.
You broke my face, stupid.
Why did you?
Look at that. You
Away from me, Jesus.
See how you treat people, mom? See how you do when I didn't even do anything.
Pulled away from me and you tensed up exactly like you're doing right now. Supervisor over here. Sir, can I check out your head? Desire to do that, but you tensed up and started to pull away.
Everybody's seen you right here. I didn't do
Correct.
anything.
It's on
See?
camera.
That's how they treat people. All the time.
Yep, it's on.
Look at your forehead real quick.
You
Okay?
hear me? You knocked me out on for nothing.
The officers' actions in this incident raised significant legal concerns as they violate multiple statutes under Colorado law. First, Chris SS1 88802. Excessive use of force by a peace officer explicitly prohibits officers from using force beyond what is necessary and reasonable under the circumstances, with violations leading to misdemeanor or felony charges depending on the harm caused and penalties including imprisonment and fines. Additionally, the officer's fabricated claim that Jesus resisted arrest violates Chris S1 8811 false reporting to authorities, which criminalizes knowingly providing false information about an incident. This misdemeanor carries penalties of up to 18 months in jail and a fine of up to $5,000. Furthermore, the deliberate act of tripping Jesus and causing significant injury may be prosecuted under Chris 1832-02 second-degree assault, as the injury resulted from an intentional act without legal justification. This offense, classified as a Class 4 felony in Colorado, is punishable by 2 to 6 years in prison, a fine of up to $500,000, and mandatory parole. The incident sparked outrage as body camera footage showed police exceeding their authority. The Aurora police chief called for an internal investigation and invited the Colorado Bureau of Investigation to conduct an independent inquiry. The Key-By has since forwarded the case to the 18th Judicial District Attorney's Office for prosecution review. Aurora Police Department's internal investigation into disciplinary action is still ongoing. Up next is the story of a Tacoma police officer who turned a simple traffic stop into a suspicious arrest.
So go ahead and put your hands behind your back. Are you serious? Yes, sir, I am. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back. Give me your other hand, right here. Or just put your hands behind your back. Don't resist. Put your other hand behind your back.
I didn't drink anything. What the?
You don't have to drink to be a DUI.
You're under arrest.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
A traffic collision occurred at an intersection in Tacoma, Washington, when a driver mistakenly thought a red light was green. According to his testimony, the driver stated that he had been momentarily distracted while stopped and moved at a speed of about 5 to 10 months before the accident happened.
I gotta let you know we're being audio and video recorded.
Okay.
What happened?
I saw the light turn green, so I went and smacked.
Were you turning left?
I was going straight.
Okay, so you were going this way or this way?
That way.
And where was he coming from?
They're coming this way. I think.
So they're going this way as you're crossing the intersection?
Yes.
Okay. Where did you hit them? Okay. Are you injured? Okay. You got your license and insurance on you?
Yeah.
Let's step away so they can drive. So here's this back. So a couple questions, Mr. Henry. Okay, where are you coming from?
Downtown.
Where at downtown?
I was by the casinos.
Okay. Did you have a couple drinks in the casino?
I wasn't in the casino.
Okay, what were you doing down there?
I was buying some weed. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Did you smoke a little bit afterwards?
No.
When police arrived at the scene, the driver, identified as Mr. Henry, provided information about his travel schedule.
When was the last time you smoked?
Yesterday.
Okay,
I
now.
got still in the package and everything.
So if not yesterday, when was the last time you did smoke?
A year.
A year ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so only now you're coming back to smoking?
Yeah.
Okay, and where are you going now?
Going home.
Where's home at?
Yeah, I was just out doing errands, like buying some groceries and paying some bills.
And you got a green light?
Yeah, I saw a green light. I hit the gas. I couldn't have been going more than 5-10 miles an hour and just smashed. I got hit hard. Like, that was fast.
You said you saw a green light and you went ahead and...
Yeah, I pushed the gas pedal, so I moved forward.
Do you take any medication for anything?
No.
Do you have any medical, mental conditions?
No.
Okay, are you prescribed anything that you're not taking?
No.
He stated that he had just left a cannabis dispensary, but denied using cannabis or any intoxicating substances before driving.
Okay. Would you like to do some voluntary tests? I want to make sure you're okay to drive. Okay, perfect.
Okay, I'll put this in my car.
I'll just have the firefighter hold on to it real quick, if you don't mind, sir.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. Okay. Can you see the tip of this pen here?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, okay? You're going to stand with your feet together, hands at your sides, okay? I'm going to move this tip of the pen left to right, up and down. I want you to keep your head perfectly still and follow this with your eyes only. Do you understand? Okay.
Oh. Good times.
I asked him, I said, are you hurting? He's like, what do you mean hurting? I said, do you have any pain? He's like, what's pain? I'm like, you done?
I went to turn around, I was like, oh. That's the next thing for me. He loves DUIs, so this is actually... Oh, he loves them. He's probably thrilled.
The police asked Mr. Henry to undergo a series of field sobriety tests, including eye movement, tracking one leg, standing and walking in a straight line. During the process, Mr. Henry expressed doubts about the objectivity of the tests, asserting that he exhibited no signs of impairment.
How you doing, man? Yeah, I can imagine. Doesn't seem like a great day for you.
No, it sucks.
No, what car were you in? That's a pretty bad one. You hurting?
I don't think so.
You don't think you're hurting? Usually I know like that's like a yes or no kind of.
Yeah.
You know, like yes I'm in pain or no I'm not in pain.
You careful, quick set of elbow.
What's that?
3 sheets to the wind.
Sorry.
3 sheets to the wind. Do you know that phrase?
It's just a rule out.
DUI.
No blood sugar or anything like that.
Hey, good news, my light bar doesn't work anymore. When I was like,
You have the worst luck.
I know.
All right.
Do you mind looking at it?
No, I'd be happy to. Yeah, and I'll get info from her, so. Therefore, got some good info. I'm go talk to her real quick. I'm gonna hand you these real quick. Or do you want me to hold on to them while you do that?
Yeah, just hold on a little bit, yeah.
Although Mr. Henry completed a breathalyzer test on site, the results showed no alcohol in his system, 0.00. Nevertheless, the police arrested him on suspicion of driving under the influence, DUI of intoxicating substances.
So this next test, it's a voluntary test. It is not used for any evidentiary value in court. Would you like to take part in this test?
Is that the breathalyzer? Yeah. Yes.
You will? Okay.
Alright. This isn't a bill or anything, just to say we cannot evaluate you, let you know your options, okay? Set as best you can right there. Alright.
Okay, sir, just take a deep breath in and exhale through the stoop like you're blowing up a balloon, okay? Keep going, okay. Okay, sir, you're under arrest for DUI, so go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir, I am. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back. Give me your other hand, right here.
What I blow?
It doesn't matter, just put your hands behind your back. You have the right this time to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you can afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. Do you understand your rights?
After his arrest, Mr. Henry was taken to a medical facility for blood testing. The results later confirmed that he had no alcohol or intoxicating substances in his system, clarifying that he had not violated driving regulations.
Let's go over
We
there.
just have to have a verbal yes or no, man. We're not gonna have to do anything at that point.
I haven't drank shit.
Come on, Gus,
This
DUI.
is bullshit because I used to have a DUI 7 years ago. You're doing this?
No, that has nothing to do with it,
Yeah,
my
it
friend.
is.
Face the car, okay?
A faulty breathalyzer test? You should know this. You're black. You should know this. This is racism at its finest.
I'm sorry you feel that. Do you have any needles on you, anything sharp that's going to stick me or
No.
poke me or hurt me?
No.
Okay. Okay, let's switch sides.
Yeah, I just walked to that one time anyway.
Let's switch sides. Do you need anything from your car, my friend?
Is there anything in your car?
Am I going to jail?
Yes. Okay, we're just gonna throw it as is at that point. I'm not gonna use something from the car. No?
The actions of the officers in this case raised significant concerns about violations of constitutional and statutory protections, underscoring the importance of law enforcement accountability and adherence to legal protocols. The Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution protects individuals against unreasonable searches and seizures. Yet the arrest lacked probable cause, as no evidence of impairment was present during the roadside sobriety tests or the breathalyzer test, and the officer's reliance on the driver's admission of visiting a marijuana store with alcohol-generating signs of impairment violated his constitutional rights, with potential penalties including suppression of evidence in court and civil liability under 42 U.S.C.C. 1983 for deprivation of constitutional rights. Similarly, Rec. 10.31 100 Washington criminal procedure mandates the warrantless arrests can only occur with probable cause of a crime, a threshold not met in this case, making the arrest unlawful and potentially resulting in civil suits against the officers and inadmissibility of evidence. Furthermore, Recruit 46.20, 308 Washington implied consent law requires that drivers submit to breath or blood tests only if lawfully arrested and mandates a 15-minute observation period before administering a breath test. Failure to comply with these requirements renders the results inadmissible and exposes the officers and their department to lawsuits for procedural misconduct.
So it's not ethical.
I'm not going to answer or ask you any questions because you didn't acknowledge me. Okay? I honor your rights.
All right, my friend, let's go in the back of the car. Let's go on the other side.
I wasn't drunk at all.
You don't have to be drunk to be a DUI.
I'm not high either.
Well, that's your opinion, my friend.
It's a fact.
Okay.
What are you, a medical professional? No, you're not.
Have a seat, my friend.
Where's my cell phone and stuff? Where's that
I'll
going?
get it.
You know, where's it? Hey, free America! Free America!
Watch your knee over there.
All charges against Mr. Henry were dropped. He subsequently filed a lawsuit against the police department for wrongful arrest, seeking compensation for an undisclosed amount. The incident in Tacoma has raised concerns about the accuracy of DUI testing procedures and serves as a strong reminder of the importance of protecting individual rights in legal situations. Up next is the story of a Miami police officer who arrested two men simply because he felt like it.
Have a seat. You sit on top of him. The one who dictates how I do my job is me, not you.
I didn't dictate nothing.
Okay, so why did I put you in the back of my car? Why did I put you in the back of my car? Because I wanted to.
Wanted to? Can you repeat that?
Why did you let us go?
Detained me for what?
Because I wanted.
Why did you let us go?
I wanted to.
You know you.
On a street in Miami, two men were walking when a police officer suddenly called them over. Despite there being no signs of any violation, the officer demanded that they present their identification. Both men refused and questioned the legality of the request.
You're blocking traffic, sir.
Bro. I'm doing my job.
Okay. We didn't say nothing to you.
Pero since you're here,
we didn't say anything.
Okay, no importa, pero now I'm saying it to you. Since you're here, I want to see both of you IDs.
What?
What? Is this a joke? No, it's not. Do I look like I'm playing?
Can you call your sergeant?
Both of you IDs.
I don't have ID.
I need ID.
I don't have ID.
No, yeah, I'm gonna call my sergeant when I finish getting your ID.
I don't have
okay,
ID.
So put your hands in there.
It's a lawful order.
It is.
How is it lawful?
Because I'm giving it to you.
Listen.
When confronted, the officer insisted that his demand was a lawful order, though he failed to provide any specific legal basis. Shortly after, he decided to handcuff the two men and ordered them to sit on top of each other in the police car, an action deemed inappropriate and humiliating.
Okay. So let's talk about leg. Behind your back? Put your hands behind your back.
I'm not resisting.
Your hands behind your back.
I'm not resisting.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, bro?
Come here.
I don't have ID.
I have a set of handcuffs for you.
I don't have ID. For what? What are you handcuffing him for?
Wait, call your sergeant.
I will.
What's the crime?
I will.
Relax.
What's the crime? What are you doing?
Stay right there.
What are you doing?
Stay right there.
What's your name and badge number? Don't break my... What are you doing? Breaking my arm.
Call your sergeant. You're done.
Call your sergeant.
Did we commit a crime? Did we commit a crime? What crime is that? What law is that? Listen. Statute 901-151, brother. What crime did we commit? You know the statute 901-151?
Okay, let's continue listening. Have a seat. You sit on top of him.
No.
Yes.
I'm not...
You sit on top of him.
No.
Yes.
I'm not...
You sit on top of him.
No.
Yes.
I'm not...
While handcuffing one of the men, the officer turned his back to the other, exposing significant gaps in safety protocol. This behavior highlighted a lack of professionalism, especially in situations with potential risks.
Okay, I have a question. Why did you throw us in the back seat?
Because no los iba a tener en el medio de la calle por gusto ahí.
Papi, estamos en la acera.
You guys were handcuffs for my safety. No los iba a tener ahí para que fueran un espectáculo. No, vamos, papi, it's very simple. It's very simple. It's very simple. The one who dictates how I do my job is me, not you.
I didn't dictate nothing.
Okay, so why did I put you in the back of my car? Because I wanted to. Thank you.
Wanted to? Can you repeat that?
Why did you let us go?
Detained me for what?
Because I wanted to.
Why did you let us go?
I wanted to.
You know
Why did you let us go?
Because I had nothing to hold you for.
All right, guys. So no, we're good, bro.
42800.
If he's coming, we'll wait. But if he's not, if he, all right, guys. This is what you get. Miami's finest. Papi, let me get it only in Dade.
Yeah, sure, man. El nombre quiere?
Only in Dade.
Only in Dade.
We're walking right here and just filming this like this. And he called us to the car. We went to go see what he wanted, and he asking us for ID.
When asked why they were being detained, the officer bluntly responded, "Because I want to." The shocking reply raised serious concerns about abuse of authority. After further checks, the officer found no legal grounds to charge the two men and was forced to release them on the spot, confirming that no violations had occurred.
Unprofessional guys, man. Unprofessional department.
I really don't give shit, bro. Because I already got his information.
What's going on, Sarge? LT, we got a huge problem with this officer right here.
You want to tell him or I tell him?
Yeah, we need to file a complaint on this gentleman.
Why don't you tell me what happened, man?
Okay, we were walking by like this. Look, this. Check it out. Because he wanted our information, bro. Fucked up my wrist for no reason. You guys know exactly who we are. We don't come look for it. We're not police agitators. We're not about that.
Even worse. Because if he did that to regular citizens, we do this. No, we
Joey's have to give you ID.
No, that's not the law.
Statute 901-151, unless I commit a crime about to or had. You know what else? Walking in the sidewalk.
He couldn't come up with nothing. He couldn't come up with anything.
That's the problem, is that you guys always see it from your side. You don't know if on the radio, and I don't know.
You haven't seen the video. We have the video.
Are you gonna let me talk, man? Are you gonna let me talk? Okay? You don't know if they just put out a bolo right now for a guy wearing all black. You don't know, right? Do you know? I'm just asking.
When a commanding officer arrived at the scene, instead of addressing the situation objectively, the lieutenant tried to defend the officer. He offered vague theories such as the possibility that the officer may have received a prior suspect description, but failed to provide any evidence to support this justification.
And I don't know if that's what happened. But the problem is you guys got to look at things from our perspective. When something happens and an officer asks you for ID, you can't be like, you don't got no reason. You don't have PC, you don't have, why are you stopping me? You don't know, man. That's why you guys got to do what you're told until you, no, listen to me. I'm telling you, this is how it works. Because when
we're out here, we're not going to jail, right?
Well,
if he paid a smart move, and he did it.
Because whatever happened, he decided you weren't that guy.
But what statute did we violate?
What code is that?
This is the problem that you guys have. You don't understand me. Anytime an officer is conducting an investigation, you got to do what you're told, my friend.
Nope. Who's sitting on the road?
Officer, you don't know the law. You're just talking. You don't know anything, bro. You just...
And this is the problem that you guys have.
You don't know what... You're talking out of your ass.
We look at it by the law.
901.151.
And add me to your complaint.
Read me a statute.
My name is Lieutenant Carpenter. My badge number is 0867.
You have no idea what you're talking about. All you know is the boot.
Take that to court.
You want
see
the
who
internal
wins.
affairs directions? You need to know.
I know. We know internal affairs, sir. We know internal affairs.
The officers in this incident violated several key statutes that safeguard citizens' rights under Florida and federal law. Florida Statute 901.15, one stop and frisk law, explicitly states that an officer may only detain an individual if they have reasonable suspicion based on specific, articulable facts that the person has committed, is committing, or is about to commit a crime. The officer in this case failed to establish such suspicion, violating the statute. Unlawful detentions under this law expose the officer and the department to civil liability under Florida Statute 768.28, allowing the victims to sue for damages, including emotional distress and financial losses. The Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which protects against unreasonable searches and seizures, was also directly violated when the officer detained the men without legal justification. Violations of this federal protection can result in lawsuits under 42 U.S.C. 1983, enabling citizens to seek redress for violations of their constitutional rights, with penalties including compensatory damages, punitive damages, and attorney's fees. Additionally, the officer potentially committed battery under Florida Statute 784.03 by handcuffing and physically manipulating the men without legal cause, an act punishable under Florida law by up to 1 year in jail or 12 months of probation for a first-degree misdemeanor, along with a fine of up to $1,000.
All right, sir.
So you're gonna take our complaint?
You tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, so go ahead and add me to
All right, we need to file a complaint for discourtesy on this gentleman, for battery on this gentleman.
Yep. Okay, but I just told you what happened and you're not listening. So
You have to listen to something that's not true.
okay,
Bro.
so
You're full
like
of
I
shit.
said, so
You're
then
full of
add me
shit.
to your complaint and go to internal affairs.
Bro, you're a waste.
Have a nice day, sir.
You're Uncle Fester. Get away from me, bro.
You see how you're acting? That's why you get into trouble.
Fake ass Danny DeVito. Sir, we have First Amendment protected activity.
You guys need to look that up. We gotta go to a call. Have a nice day, all right?
Go do some real work. Papi, mira, mira, mira. Go do some real work. Go do some real work, pal.
Go with your homeboys, bro.
This guy's like 5'2".
The video of the incident quickly went viral, sparking widespread criticism of the officer's arbitrary behavior and lack of legal understanding. The incident serves as a stark reminder to the public about the importance of knowing and protecting one's legal rights. An incident involving a local resident named Chris escalated into a lesson on civil rights and lawful detainment, highlighting the fine line between law enforcement authority and citizens' rights.
Why are you recording them inside?
He will not give me that answer if he keeps talking away from me.
I'm definitely not answering questions to you guys.
Okay, I'll hold them, go see if they'll sign a complaint for disorderly conduct. Why are you being that way, dude?
Like what? Hey, can I not photograph on the sidewalk?
They were concerned that you were photographing residents inside.
No, there wasn't.
You weren't?
No.
You just photographing
Look, all these blinds are closed, yeah?
along here? I don't know if they are or not.
Go look at them. All right.
Why wouldn't you stop when she asked you to?
Do I have to?
Yes.
Was I being detained?
Yes.
What crime was I suspected of committing?
The episode unfolded when Chris, a 16-year-old, decided to film an elderly care facility from the sidewalk, a public space, only to be confronted by law enforcement for his actions.
Somebody acting in a disorderly manner. You're video recording a nursing home and you were upsetting the residents.
On the sidewalk.
We didn't know that. Don't we have to talk about it?
Photography on the sidewalk.
Okay.
Do I have to answer questions to that? No, I don't.
Wow.
Do I?
Where'd you get your law degree, man?
Do I?
Well, if you just cooperated with her, you wouldn't be in handcuffs, right? That's what we got to get to the bottom of. Is there being a crime committed?
Silence is the consistently rate.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Not a problem.
If I do not? What? Did I do anything illegal?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
That's a Terry stop. You have to come up to me and make consensual contact. Because, you know why? Because I did not do anything illegal.
Okay. Okay. We'll do a Terry stop or a contact card with you. That way you'll be served with...
But... No, you forced a Terry stop on me.
No, we have to do an investigative stop.
You guys have put me in handcuffs. I didn't
because you're disobeying an officer.
The police were called to the scene after staff members at the facility became uneasy about Chris's filming, leading them to dial 911.
She told you to stop and come here. You're
Did I do anything illegal?
That's what we're trying to determine.
Okay, so
I'm not going to argue with you.
No reasonable suspicion.
I'm not going to argue with you.
No reasonable suspicion.
Yes, there is.
No, that what?
What is define reasonable suspicion?
What crime am I?
Define reasonable suspicion.
What crime am I suspected of committing?
Isn't that what we're here to investigate?
Do you suspect me of committing a crime?
Yeah, it's reported you were committing a crime. You're videotaping residents inside the nursing home.
Inside the nursing home, and is that illegal? From the sidewalk to videotape?
To videotape people inside? Yeah, they have a right to privacy.
Is illegal. To videotape from the sidewalk.
No, you're asking two separate questions.
Is videotaping?
Tell me what reasonable suspicion is, being that you're asking that question.
Is videotaping from the sidewalk illegal?
You don't get it, do you?
Can you?
I'm not going to explain anymore because I am the sergeant. Nope.
Officer S. Holland responded quickly, and within moments of arriving, she confronted Chris, demanding that he stop recording and answer a question.
Dude, I roll up. You're in cuffs. I'm trying to figure it out.
This is not illegal.
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out, but you won't let us figure it
What I
out.
was doing was not illegal because
Okay.
I wasn't doing anything illegal.
So if you
do
if you jaywalk, you're not doing anything illegal because you say you don't do anything illegal. If you damage a vehicle, you don't do anything illegal.
Illegal.
Okay, but how do we know that you aren't doing something illegal because it got reported that you were?
Assuming.
No, we got a report. We're not assuming.
You
We
got a report
reported.
saying what?
You were doing something illegal.
That I was. So you got a report? Yeah. This guy here is doing something illegal. Didn't say what though?
That you're videotaping the residents inside the nursing home.
No.
Okay.
There's nobody in there, and am I videotaping on their property or on the sidewalk?
Here's the thing. That's what we're trying to determine.
This is illegal. This is illegal right here.
No, you can be detained. It's not illegal.
I can't forcibly be detained when I.
You're not being forcibly detained. You're being detained in handcuffs.
I'm being held here against my will. I am being
Okay.
held here against my will.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Am I free to go?
No, you're not free to go. You're being detained.
For what crime am I suspected of committing?
We already told you.
Videotaping on the sidewalk.
No, no, that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
Illegal detainment.
That's what you're saying you're doing. They said you were videotaping
So
residents
they made the
inside.
call.
Yes.
They made the call?
Yes.
Okay. If that's what you say. Is your body cam on too? You go on the court. I was videotaping from the sidewalk. This is a universe. This is a.
I have no idea, man. You won't cooperate with us and tell us what's going on. You're being asked to cooperate, and the police officer's giving you a direct order, and you won't stop.
Because I don't have to. Because I didn't
Yes,
do
you did.
anything illegal.
So that's in your opinion, not ours.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I did not do anything illegal.
Okay.
in general.
Chris, well aware of his rights, refused, triggering a series of interactions with the officer. Accused him of disorderly conduct. His refusal to comply with a request for identification and cessation of filming led to his detention.
Hello, ma'am.
So what?
Disorderly conduct.
Okay.
Disorderly conduct?
Yes.
How? For what?
I already explained that to
What
you.
did I do? Disorderly. What did I
What? Put him in the car, and then we'll talk about what's going on with it.
What did I do disorderly?
I got your phone.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is it still on record?
I don't know.
Thank you.
Got anything illegal on you at all?
Sorry.
Okay.
Wouldn't come out here and do this. I was from an elite line, certainly. Hey, Nolan.
Anything in your pockets?
Yep. Hey, go to the police station.
Some money and cards. I tell you, I got to get to the bottom of things. Right over there. Okay? I got to get to the bottom of things, and you throwing these turn around. I'll talk to you with handcuffs off. You're still being detained, so I can explain everything to you.
I just don't understand why I'm being detained.
While the officer insisted that Chris's actions were causing distress to the residents of the nursing home, Chris repeatedly asked what crime he was being suspected of committing. The officer struggled to provide a clear answer, which prompted Chris to educate her on the legal standards of reasonable suspicion.
Well, just stop. That's what you got to do sometimes.
I mean, that was crazy. I feel like that was.
No, it's not illegal. We can detain you, okay? That's the big difference. People read the internet and they watch movies and videos and they think that they can just say whatever they want and do whatever they want. Well, sometimes you have to confront the police and be talked to and say, hey, this is what I was doing. You get a hell of a lot further with sugar than you do with salt. Honestly, if you'd just stop and explain what you were doing, instead, you've got.
You would have been on your way.
Just let me talk. There would have been this whole production, okay? This whole production would have been eliminated. And what I would have said is, Chris, please don't videotape the place because you're freaking them out inside, okay?
So it's illegal to videotape them?
You're not getting what I'm saying.
No, I'm just asking for.
It's not illegal to video, but be smart about it, okay? People in there are old. People in there, mostly, to be honest, it's a women career in there with cooks and cleaners and nurses helpers. Yeah, not this one, but the other one I've been in with my family. And so you see, there's not very many men in there, very few. And the men that are in there are feeble older men or men who are recovering from illness or injury, and they can't really do much to defend themselves or help out. Yes, Chris, we've had people go in there and assault staff that were like ex-boyfriends and husbands. So not like your situation.
No, definitely not.
And I know you. That's not what, I don't know what the hell you're doing. You walking by taking a picture of the place? I mean, are you going to put it, you're out here. What are you going to do? You're going to put it in your scrapbook someday and tell your kids there used to be a nursing home there?
For architecture.
Exactly.
When the sergeant arrived, he acknowledged that recording from the sidewalk was not illegal. Yet he continued to support the decision to detain Chris for further investigation.
Okay, well, let us go tell him that. He's an innocent kid. He was taking some pictures. You know, he understands you know.
But
it
as
is what
far
it is.
as, you know, putting me in handcuffs,
We can do that. We can detain you.
But
because we have to get their side of the story.
But when you came
Mm-hmm.
to talk to me, you need like consensual contact because I didn't do anything.
No,
nor was I allowed to.
no. Here's the thing: you don't. When we give you a lawful order, you have to obey it. And you
I
were
didn't
given
do anything illegal.
That's in your opinion. We don't know that. We got the call that you were doing something illegal.
Nobody called it.
Yes, they did, Chris. That's why I'm here.
You may have gotten a call, but they didn't. They just call
Chris,
it?
I've done this with your family and went round and round. And you know what? I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm telling you.
I'm just asking.
Since you were a little boy, we've had this go around in circles. And here's the thing. No. The people called up and said, this guy is out there. We don't know what he's doing. We don't know what his mental state is. This is what's going on.
Ultimately, the officers decided not to press charges against Chris, confirming that his actions, though unsettling to some, were within his legal rights. However, the situation left a lasting impression as Chris's knowledge of the law seemed to surpass that of the officers involved.
We have a right and an obligation to the community to investigate that. You absolutely have to listen to the police, and you have to stop. When we're investigating something like that, you have to stop and say, hey, come here, we need to talk to you. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. Now, if you would have just done that, this would all been avoided, because then we could have said, you know what, Chris, you're being cooperative. Wait right here. Let me go talk to them and find out what happened. Then after we talk to them, and she gets a story, well, I'm sitting there going, okay, wait a minute. There's a lot of holes in this that don't make sense. Okay, so we have to process everything, and it's not something that happens like on the internet or on TV in a matter of minutes. It takes some time. Sometimes it can be done fairly quickly, and other times we're sitting at the PD and new evidence comes to light. We talk to the person that called, and they're like, yeah, he was doing this. Oh, dude, it's not even remotely close to what we've been told.
The suspect in this case, Chris, did not violate any criminal laws, but the officers involved made several questionable decisions regarding his detainment. According to the U.S. Constitution, and particularly the Fourth Amendment, individuals are protected from unreasonable searches and seizures. For a police officer to detain someone, they must have reasonable suspicion that the person has committed, is committing, or is about to commit a crime. In this case, recording from a public sidewalk does not constitute a crime, and the officer's failure to articulate a specific violation was a misapplication of the law. Chapter 7 to Ox 526. One of the Illinois Criminal Code outlines disorderly conduct, defining it as behavior that disrupts public safety or order. However, a mere recording in a public space does not meet this definition. Additionally, under Illinois 7.2 LCS 531.1, it is unlawful to resist or obstruct a police officer's lawful actions. Yet Chris was not obstructing a lawful investigation, as the officers had no probable cause to believe he had committed a crime. This case is a powerful reminder of the importance of knowing your legal rights. Up next, a shocking incident will reveal surprising errors made by the police.
So, why is it illegal to have a bikini on the beach?
I literally visit the beach
You want us
every
to
day.
show you? We're going to show you. Okay, absolutely. Did someone complain?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't just show up, tell everybody you think we're. Yeah, we just don't show up and throw people in handcuffs. I understand.
I turn right to it. Nudity, this specific nominal parts, specific sexual areas prohibited, shall be unlawful for any person to appear in the nude on any public beach access in the public waters or any public property in the view of the public.
I'm not
So
nude.
nobody's nude. There's nobody nude right now.
I'm not nude.
Okay, you're in a thong.
No, okay.
Thong is not
Thong
nude.
is not nude. As long as it's not in a sexually explicit manner, and there's nothing sexually explicit about this.
I just read it.
Okay, nude, in the nude. This is not considered nudity. There is clothing covering their private parts. Just because she has a bikini that is more revealing does not mean that she's in the wrong.
Nothing in there says thong.
On August 2nd, 2020, a seemingly ordinary day at Myrtle Beach turned controversial when professional aerialist Samantha Panda and her sister-in-law, Kendall Lee, were detained by Myrtle Beach police officers. Hey everyone, what do you think about this situation? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and support us with a donation. Thank you so much.